Okay.
And we're back.
We're back.
Hi, and guess who's not here again? Yay, party!
Hey for everybody.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome to Hollywood,
Don't
baby.
swing that jingle, man. Yeah. These two are getting it. Golly.
You enjoying
I
it?
dropped it like it was hot.
No.
So anyway, I want to do a little current events segment, if you guys don't mind, because there's been a lot of like really not that outlandish stuff doesn't happen all the time every day, but like this stuff is specifically like extremely outrageous in my opinion. We'll see how you guys feel. So, has everyone heard about Amber Cole?
What did she do?
That's close to Amber Rose. Anyway, she probably learned a few things from her. Anywho, so yes, it's a teenage high school girl.
14. Come on.
Basically, she committed suicide because she was being bullied online.
Yes.
You didn't catch the end of the story?
No, I was in the crux of it. I didn't know about that part.
So the reason why she was being bullied, that's why you watched the show. So the reason why she was being bullied online was because she was recorded, videotaped by someone who witnessed her giving fellatio to a guy that she was interested in. And she was motivated because the guy used to be her boyfriend, they broke up, and she wanted to get back with him. And she thought this would work. So he told her, give me fellatio in front of all my friends. And she did it. And they recorded her and uploaded the video online. And
it was done on
saw
school
it.
grounds. So yeah, everybody saw it, but what do you guys think as a parent? What would you do if you're on the internet and you happen to see your daughter giving fellatio to a guy on the internet and she's exposed to everybody?
I would ask her, did she get paid?
That's what you would say to your
That's
daughter?
the first question?
If I have to see it, it might as well, and it's a video, yes, it's a porno. Did you get paid?
So if she says, no, I just did it to get him back.
Then I'd beat her ass.
Okay, I would too. What'd y'all do?
I don't know if I'd beat her down because... Well, because the damage has already been done. I think at that point...
You're thinking the video itself being online
Yeah.
has exposed her, and that's the damage enough.
Worse than any whipping I could get.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
That whooping ain't gonna feel like nothing compared to what she's facing every single day now, because what she put online.
Well, whooping it to me would be embarrassing the family name. That would be me getting
That's
it out.
getting your anger out.
Yeah.
But that's not correcting the situation.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no correcting
There's no
that.
correcting.
So then why beat?
Because
beating is to correct a
she
behavior.
disrespected herself and disrespected
Yeah.
the family.
So you beating her is gonna make it not disrespectful
No,
anymore?
it's not, but it's gonna get my point across.
Because maybe she wasn't aware at the time when it was happening that she was being disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying, but
herself.
beating her, how is that gonna make her aware?
That's the
So you
consciousness
saying,
right there.
so me saying you disgraced our family name, that's not informing her?
No, not nowadays with the way these daggone girls and boys are. Oh, but see, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Eric, but they did a thing on the radio out here in Atlanta where they allowed the kids to call in, and you got 12, 14-year-olds, and they're calling in and they say, oh, it's nothing. That's what they do every day in school. They say they're girls in class that's giving their boyfriends hand jobs during
class?
during the film while they're watching TV. They're doing sexual acts in school in the bathrooms. It's just a natural thing for this new generation of kids that's coming out.
And they record it because I watched a series that's for teenagers, kind of like a teenage soap opera. I can't think of the name of it right now. Awkward something. And somebody took a picture of this girl's breasts. Like that was what the show was about, and she was embarrassed by it, and you know everybody's looking at her, calling her little names, basically bullying her. But like that's what happens nowadays. I don't remember ever watching anything like that growing up.
No. Well, now it's all about shock value anyway.
Right, and then and now you have a lot of people that just record stuff just to be putting it out there. Like it was another video where the girl was dancing. She was in front of the camera dancing, took her top off, and she's just dancing in front of the thing. Her mother walks in her bedroom. It's like, what are you doing? And she covers herself up and she cuts it off. But how did that video still get put out on the internet?
Did her mother put that online? Because you know that's what a lot of these parents are doing now. They're
exposing their own kids.
Like
this girl's breast was out.
But she probably figured she was already doing it to upload it.
But who was that one? The little boy that his mentor, it turns out, beat him and shaved his head and his eyebrows off.
Oh yeah.
And then put it online to further humiliate him. And thinking that you're doing this great thing by, well, I'm just gonna, you know, just kind of emasculate you in front of the whole world.
But even before him, there's a video also of a man, I don't know if it's the father or the uncle that beat the boy, was like, you keep Facebook and all this gangster shit, you ain't no goddamn gangster, tell him. And he made the boy say, I ain't no thug, I ain't no gangster, all that shit is fake. Like, whooped him with a belt.
He did.
And he was fully dressed.
Him
he was a big kid, like 6'2". He was big, but he did it, made it record. He was like, now put that shit on fucking Facebook.
Made him do it. Made him put it on Facebook.
Sure did.
Yeah. I don't know, and I've seen like on the show you talked about discipline before. For me, not saying I never got whippings, I got taught quite a few times, you know. But after I reached a certain age, I think that my parents, they dealt with me differently, and it was more about the conversation, trying to put principles in me, as opposed to resorting to the rod all the time.
Well,
you know,
at 12 was the age.
I want to say it was around there. About, I think I remember getting my last whipping maybe about 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. I just hit double digits.
Your parents have sense.
I just
think
to what a 14-year-old, like, you know, what you said you would do if you saw your daughter giving head or whatever, to whoop her at that point would just be pointless. That's my opinion. Like, I wouldn't.
So what would you do though?
If I came across that video, I mean, I would talk to her and I would more than likely be there for her, because what she's going through outside of the home is going to be like, no, of course I'm mad, of course I'm disappointed, of course I'm going to tell her exactly how I feel, but when she walks out the door, she has a whole world to deal with besides me that's going to humiliate her every single day.
She's going to need your back and all that.
Exactly.
Well,
to know that
walking out faster than she expect, because you going to get the fuck out of my house doing that type of shit.
You kick her out?
My ass is getting out.
Just one offense out.
My tolerance for that type of behavior, you know, even if, let's just say, even if I didn't see it online, if somebody just came and told me that they saw my daughter doing that at school and she admitted it to me, so I didn't even have to see it, I do not accept that at all whatsoever.
So
I wouldn't have to deal with it. I can't raise you the way that I need to, clearly. Because we're supposed to have an understanding, because I've communicated this with you already. You know that type of behavior.
Okay, so let me ask you something. You're an adult, okay? And in your adult life, have you or have you not made mistakes that you knew weren't the correct choices?
You were wrong, really.
Okay, so then why is it not okay?
Because
it doesn't matter.
But it does to me.
A mistake is a mistake. A misjudgment is a misjudgment. That's an error in judgment. She knew it was wrong.
I think if she knew the aftermath of that, she wouldn't have done it.
No, I agree with what Marie's saying.
No,
what I'm saying, there's maturity of a 14-year-old. Me burning the pot just now because I didn't turn it off or think to monitor it is a mistake. But I'm not getting recorded giving head to anybody in school at 14.
Around people.
It's a different scale. That's a huge mistake.
And that's not a mistake. I mean, that is a mistake because, one, if you know that his friends are around, why are you even getting down there?
You're not in her head. Exactly. She's thinking, I want him back so bad, I'll do anything.
But, okay, you're right, but
women
that's,
do that.
okay, like they say, she's insecure.
And she's a child, even more reason for her to
She was insecure because it's quite obvious the guy said, well, do it in front of my friends. So apparently he don't care about you. Being 14, you're right. She probably doesn't know, but she would still get her ass whooped.
I
me.
disagree.
But wait a minute, this is one thing too.
That she didn't know.
She didn't know.
She knew it.
You guys are saying, we just say there's grown women that do it. Grown women can do it because they're grown. Children, it's not okay for them to do because they're children and they both know better. So
I think the adult knows that there's more to lose. I think they both know that it's wrong.
Exactly.
But I think as we age, we see that the consequences
more,
are greater. And we know that the aftermath is
we
greater.
know, but
clearly this 14-year-old girl knew that there was a lot to lose too, which is why she killed herself. That
was not before she did it that she knew she would kill herself afterwards. No, you can't say she knew that much was on the line when she was doing it, because she wouldn't have done it. That's ridiculous to know that I'm going to give my boyfriend head in front of everyone. It's going to humiliate me and I'm going to kill myself. Great, let me get on my knees and do it. Her purpose was to get back with him.
Right, but you're thinking that in the midst of her making that moral, conscious, whatever misjudgment, that she didn't think that if I do this in front of people, it might turn around and bite me in the ass, but I'd rather get him back.
Not to that extent, She wasn't oblivious to it. You're right about that.
No, I'm not saying that, but I don't think she looked at it to be that heavy.
This is what I think is more important in all of this is what do we as parents or a community need to do to be more proactive so the kids don't put themselves in these types of situations. Like what? And I'm not saying that it's adults' fault, but I mean. There's got to be something that can be done so that people can, you know what I'm saying?
The community has to take some kind of responsibility. And the community, the society, everything. People get famous off of sex tapes now.
And that's what we've done. Did you see the girl fight? The one where they trapped a girl in the house and beat her up and now her ears messed up and her eyes? You didn't see that? No. A whole bunch of girl drama going on. They ended up pulling this teenage girl over to the house. They got into an argument. She had been Facebooking things about these girls before she actually became friends with them. Then they pulled her over to the house and confronted her about the situation, and they videotaped beating her up. And it was like they made a Lifetime movie about it and everything. Now my problem with that, just like what you said, is what we've done, I think, is we blurred the line. So we have Bad Girls Club where it's perfectly fine to get smashed and beat each other down.
But it's not real.
I know. Well,
you're a child.
But they don't understand.
Your brain is loaded with this.
And like the Kardashian, we know her now because like the sex tape. So it's like even though we know that there's
Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, all of them somewhere somehow there's a sex tape.
Okay, but people have been recording themselves having sex for a long time, just like criminals have been recording themselves. But
now you get to go to the MTV Awards. And
so that's what just happened to this little girl. She became famous.
No,
we're all
no, not that famous. There's good famous and bad famous. Kim Kardashian got good famous off of fucking Ray J online on video.
So why? What's the difference?
But that's what I'm saying. It's
Ray J that she fucked. If that little girl was giving head to Ray J or was something along that lines, it's the same kind of scenario. You're doing something that should be done in your bedroom on film and you're putting it out there. It's the same thing. She did exactly what Kim did, except she
they don't understand. Like we were saying with the adult woman and the teenage child, they don't understand what it's. There's a machine that's working that makes the Kim Kardashian and the Bad Girls Club okay. That doesn't work for a teenage girl, but they don't understand that. I don't know why. I know she knows it's wrong, but again, the consequences, they don't weigh it all out.
Well, then maybe it should work for the teenage girls.
But it did.
Because in the way that you guys are explaining it, then I'd accept it more from a child. Like you said, they're children. I'm going to accept it then if that's the case. If it's supposed to be a glorified event, then let the children do it and not the grown-ups. Let me see a show with a bunch of dumbass kids, like the movie kids, doing crazy, ridiculous stuff because they don't know any better. Because we're teaching them wrong. Like even with the boy requesting her to do this. Who does that? Like clearly this girl cares about you.
How many videos and pictures are there of celebrity men, okay, taking pictures of their dick out, uploading it, smashing girls, doing this.
There's plenty of average guys doing it.
Exactly, but saying the guy holding the guy accountable, no, that's never gonna happen. Society is not gonna hold the guy accountable.
But you're saying as a community we gotta do something about it and address it. It has to be addressed on both parties.
Absolutely, I agree.
Like on celebrity status and being infamous.
Like the guy.
Nobody's coming down on the boy. Like never mind him, but what this girl did was horrible. The guy that said to do it was horrible. The person recording it was horrible. The people watching it was horrible. Like, all of it was just an all-around bad situation.
It's disgusting, right?
But for each and every one of those groups, it needs to be addressed. Boys have no respect now. None whatsoever. And neither do grown-ass men. And they show this on TV, on magazines, on songs, and videos. Like, it's just constantly in their faces.
The media's made it okay.
Exactly.
And that's what's so messed up. The media has made it okay. It's numbing. It's just people have been desensitized and everything.
Oh my God.
No,
We didn't do it.
Let's just keep going.
This is gonna be the deluxe.
Special edition.
Right.
Extended director's.
Exclusive.
But I totally agree. It needs to start on a community basis, a household parent basis, society basis. Like that's all they do is just download all this media and all this advertising.
Now, do you think it's okay for these kids to have cell phones and be on the internet any time of the day? Like, my nephew loves YouTube. Like, I watch him. Like, he will sit there in his bed watching YouTube. So, and do bad in school, so I take his phone away. No, you're not getting your phone. You can probably play your game on one day of the weekend, but you're not, that whole, it's like, I think parents, like what you did, you put a time limit and cut it off where only certain people can call that phone, and your data access is cut off at a certain time. I totally agree to that. I really do.
I do.
But these parents just give them just, you know,
if you don't put any limitations on the
even
child.
still, like, what about the parental access? What about the videos your nephew or your son would be able to watch at the time that they're allowed to watch videos? Like, you got to take it a step further, because still, like, he can still be doing or have access to the things that you don't
but the
want to
thing
have
is, on the
access to.
flip side of technology, like I get what you're saying, but I can also limit the websites that he goes to and say, no, you can't go to YouTube, and no, you can't, only G-rated sites, pretty much.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, you can do that. Like, you can really detail how much of it they get and where they get to go.
Wow.
Like,
Nobody wants to take the time to do it.
Yeah,
and you have to. And that's my thing is I'm the one that said, here, you can have this, but I gotta be responsible for what he can do. Him talking late at night on the phone, texting crap you shouldn't. That's why I do have access to say only these numbers you can call at this time of the day. And he's pissed about it, but at the same time, I pay the bills.
That's right.
So not even, it goes beyond that. You care about your son.
Exactly.
Even if somebody else pays the bill.
I'm not naive to know that he could have a friend that has a phone that has unlimited access, and he can watch those same things someplace else with somebody else. It's just, I'm at least gonna control what I can control.
Correct.
You know, and that's with any kid. They're gonna go wherever they wanna go and do what they wanna do. But you can limit what you give them access to.
Correct.
If you don't at least do that, then I don't know. But
I-
wow, they were going fast. Didn't I tell you that too?
But anyway,
Purpose.
so what next?
You
Well,
said, how do you feel about going actually into the kid's phone and like monitoring what they're doing?
I'm fine with that, but here's my question, because my thing is, if I pay it, I can do whatever I want.
I do
What
too.
about the 16-year-old that still lives in your house but has a part-time job and pays their own little cell phone
No,
bill?
you still get checked, but you don't tell them. You still get checked, you sneak it. You know, when for me, if you're in school, that phone comes to me before you go to bed. We'll plug it up downstairs and we'll leave it there. So in the morning time, you know, you get your own phone. But you're not taking that phone to bed.
So
and when
even
you're
if they're
up
like,
there,
I paid for this is my money,
no,
why am I having to give you my phone?
because we're gonna charge it downstairs and I'm the adult and you shut the fuck up. That's what I would say.
Okay, so wrap up.
Yep.
Alright, well,
She said it was so long.
thank you so much. Right,
Oh.
are we wrap? Yeah, I know.